Today, Group 11 will develop a project to promote alternatives in order to reduce plastic use in Vietnam. So first will be our group members. We have 6 members. And moving on will be our table of contents. So this would easier for you to keep track on what we have said. So first is the status of plastic consumption. Secondly will be the impact of the large amount of plastic being used. And finally will be the promote of alternatives to reduce plastic use. So before going to the first part, we would like to show you this video to let you understand more the status of our plastic use. As you can see, this man is swimming under the ocean, but around him is all of the plastic we use daily. And at this place, animals and creatures are still living.
Now I will present the status of plastic consumption. Recently, WWF has published research to investigate the current state of plastic waste in Vietnam. The study conducted a survey on littering habits, perspectives, and perception on plastic waste collected from nearly 400 households, 300 small-scale businesses, and 300 garbage collectors in coastal areas and canals. Accordingly, about 31% of households discharge 5 or more plastic bags per day. 46% of households discharge from 2 to 4 plastic bottles and phone boxes. That's equivalent to having about 150 plastic bags and 60 to 120 plastic bottles and phone boxes being released to the environment each month. The study showed that up to 24% of the surveyed households didn't know about any regulation on waste and environmental protection, such as disposing of waste in prepared places, sorting waste, general cleaning of designated areas barriers. That perception has led to only about 31% of households classify garbage at home, and over 55% of collectors conduct waste classification. Contrary to the perception that the community is calling for help on the impact of waste, people tend to complain less about sanitation. Only 34% of households feel uneasy about the situation of plastic waste generation and indiscriminate discharge around their place of residence. Meanwhile, we are facing serious environmental pollution issues that negatively affect the quality of life. Vietnam currently ranks 4 in the list of countries that discharge plastic to the ocean. In addition, we also conducted an online survey on the use and disposal of plastic waste. Thereby, we can see that the use of plastic is very frequent and common. But on the other hand, most people are concerned of treating and minimizing plastic waste. The survey also showed that people are very supportive and actively participate in environmental protection activities.
Let's move to its impact. So, where does plastic waste go? In plastic recycling villages, or in landfills, in incinerators? How does plastic waste affect our life? When recycling, water waste without any treatment goes directly to the environment, brings along microbeads. That process pollutes streams, rivers seriously. When buried in a landfill, plastic takes a very long time to decompose. Plastic waste is overloaded while landfill is limited. And if it is raining, plastic waste combines with rainwater, then create leachate. Untreated leachate leaks out, get highly toxic in fields, streams, leads to smells and diseases. When burned in incinerator, plastic waste results in air pollution, releases toxic chemicals such as dioxide, furan, which affect our health a lot. Plastic waste ends up in the ocean. It breaks into smaller and smaller pieces, called noodles. Animals mistake noodles for food. These microplastics damage marine animal health with toxins, also make them feel full when they are not. Some starve to death. The others enter the food chain, often consumed by us.
Continue the presentation with the foundation for the project development. So, based on the survey mentioned above, along with answers collected from 30 Vietnamese people about using plastic and finding the way of decreasing material, most people agree with the idea of using other materials as replacement for plastic. So one question, would you agree to use alternative material for daily plastic use? Moreover, about 64% are willing to spend 5,000 to 20,000 Vietnam dong for packaging and refilling. What about you? Are you willing to spend the same amount for other alternative beside plastic? Along with such Vietnamese trend and the impact of waste, both nationally and internationally, our team has developed a project to promote alternatives to reduce plastic use in Vietnam that focuses on two main aspects, packaging and refilling. The project is developed in a way which fits both Vietnam's situation and the Vietnamese demands in order to create better life with more convenience while still be able to protect the environment in all walks of life.
Aware the environment problems, our group came up with some alternative for daily plastic use and its outcome. First, we suggest some sustainable packaging such as bring your own cup. Each person should own one personal water bottles for ourselves so we can bring along to workplace, school, or when hanging out so we can fill the drink we buy in order to reduce the plastic things as much as possible. Next is bring your own bag. It's also called multi-purpose bag, to replace the disposable plastic bag that is difficult to decompose to minimize the daily waste. As we already know, people go to the market every day, so the plenty of the plastic bag is used and waste every day. And this bag is also can use as grocery bags, shopping bag, air bag. It has good qualities and reused plenty times, which means it helps to reduce the huge amounts of plastic bag we usually take from the market, supermarkets, and grocery store, and of course reduce huge waste into the environment. And the next one is metal straw. Every day we all hear too much numbers about the harmful effect of plastic straw and their serious impact on ecosystem. So the metal straws can be reused many times, minimizing the use of plastic straws, a material that takes an extremely long time to decompose. We can easily clean it and reuse it many times for many years, which will contribute very good effect to the environment protection. And the final suggestion is handle cloth straps. Using a reusable cloth strap to carry away plastics is a way for people to contribute to limiting the nylon bags and protecting the environment, instead of using the disposable plastic trap difficult to decompose. Therefore, we can use it to cut down on the amount of trash being thrown.
So what is selling sustainable packaging means, and what is that impact on our environment? So as you can see in the first part, our consumption rate of plastic are too much, which leads to a lot of pollution. So we need to switch from using plastic bag, plastic bottle, single-use packaging into a more sustainable packaging, and that will minimize the waste and pollution that end up in our landfill and ocean. Furthermore, it will minimize the environmental impact and footprints. There are 8 criteria for sustainable packaging. It would be more beneficial, safe, and healthy. It also meets market criteria for performance and cost. It also optimizes the use of renewable or recycled source material. It also made from healthy material throughout the life cycle. And it's also physically designed to optimize material and energy, also effectively recover and utilize in biological, industrial.
Have you ever heard about refill, and do you know what is refill? I'll show you. Basically, refill is an act that you fill again an object that has become empty. Well, everyone sits here on your shampoo, right? And in Vietnam, most of shampoo products is stored in plastic bottles. So when you run out of shampoo, what are you gonna do with those empty plastic bottles? You'll throw it away and turn them into pollutants? No, we don't do that here. We created a project to prevent these plastic things become trash and do harm to the environment. Not only in Vietnam, also the whole world. What's gonna happen if all individuals send out the environment their plastic trash? Well, I have to say that it will lead to catastrophic consequences, which make humans to suffer from. Therefore, if you have any empty plastic bottle, you can bring them to our place and then refill them with our organic product. And what beneficial advantages do we get? Let's move on. When conducting this project, we're going to focus on the common products that everyone uses, such as shampoo, hand wash, and shower gel, since the products appear in everybody's daily routine under plastic packaging. When you run out of this product, you can bring this plastic bottle to us and basically just need to pay for the core of that product. In doing so, you can give positive impacts not only on yourself but also on the environment. First, you can reduce wasting money since you just need to pay for the core of the product. Moreover, the using of plastic bottle and trim lieu of plastic bottle may become a habit of people, which result in the replacement of plastic. Finally, the amount of plastic trash both on land and river in Vietnam will decrease since people tend to reuse plastic bottles.
So in conclusion, we hope that you will make an act on our planet by replacing all of your plastic daily use into a more sustainable way, which is all the replacement we have introduced you in our presentation. And it would be refill your bottle or use your own sustainable packaging. Thank you for listening, and if you have any question, just raise it and we will make a reasonable answer for you.